Okay, so here's the third video. We're going to talk about plumbing. And once again, same guys that did the electrical, did the plumbing, then we'll talk about HVAC. So I used to do plumbing, and I'm going to show you what these guys did. And once again, this is class work. So let's go with the eyes of what do you look for to make sure that they did a nice job. Okay, once again, I can't say it enough times. Clean and neat work, tight work. Like I say, if they care about the little stuff, they care about the stuff that matters. So here's the setup for the washer, which these are pretty common anymore, where you put your hot and cold in there, and then your washer, 2-inch pipe down to a trap, which is common. But like I say, everything comes up. Even the vent pipes are nice and square and clean through there. They haven't butchered everything up, and so on this, and they are using the red and blue, which is nice for later, right? So red for hot, and they are using PEX, and they use the solid rings to crimp it on, and then I'll show you in the back. They did an air test on it. So that is the setup for the washer and dryer, which looks good. Let's check out a bathroom. Okay, so this is a pretty standard bathroom setup for a vanity. And once again, they've got a 2-inch pipe there, which is taking the water down, 1.5 inches coming in. You never want to see 1.25 inches anymore, but you do see it, which is crazy. Once again, hot and cold supply coming in. Now, rather than use the copper stub outs, which I always used, they're using these tube benders, which stiffeners, which basically hold the pipe, and then they can put the fitting on there, and it keeps it. And it's one less connection point. So they've convinced me it's good. Those brackets, you can buy those spreader brackets and then perfectly align everything. So that's a case on an inside wall. On an outside wall, when they can do it, they want to avoid putting pipes into the wall because of freezing, right? So this one will come up through the bottom of the vanity, and that's where the drain comes up. So that makes sense. You see the caps they have in all of these. The reason they have these caps is you'll see because they've pressure tested and make sure there's no leaks anywhere. Much better to find that with air than water. And then over here, so all of the shower valve bodies are Delta. So they make a real nice solid cast bronze rough in. And so on this, when I do my showers, which used to be everybody did it on these big luxury showers, there's the shower head, but then there's the handheld. So you're able to clean the shower. You got something to move around, and we'll put that on a bar with a massage head on it. So it gives you a separate option, and kind of use it. You can move it down, up and down like a full body. But anyway, so what they've done is they've come in 3/4 line for these, right? And so what that does is then you're not starving the shower head, right? So you're getting as much water volume to it as you can. They went to 1/2 inch from 3/4 to 1/2 inch here because the inlets to the valve body are only 1/2 inch, so it doesn't really make any difference at that point in time. And then one of these is coming over, and see they've insulated that pipe for the attic, and I'm going to ask the insulation guy to get even more insulation on that on top of it. And then they've come down, and that's the handheld, and then that's the shower. Let's look at the other bathroom. Okay, so this is the other bathroom, the main bathroom for the kids. So it's got a fiberglass tub unit in it. It's an American Standard fiberglass tub unit, which is a nice unit. I'm going to try to get this vacuum out and get some covers in there. You know, it's always a debate whether to put cardboard in it or not, because the problem is, should a screw or something get in it and it's under that cardboard, nobody knows, and then they're stepping on it and it does more damage. So these things have always been my... what keeps you up at night is the fact that you can't protect these things better during construction, but I'm going to do the best I can. Once again, 2 bodies on this. Once again, Delta. I do a handheld in here also because this is going to be porcelain on the side walls. And like I say, we'll do a slider bar on it and have a little luxury in this one also. So I've just made it a standard to do the shower head in the handheld. And then I didn't mention it, but the setup for the toilets is similar, just one cold water. Generally don't want hot water in that. And then right here you can see where they put pressure on those lines. And then so it's got to hold pressure when the inspector comes around Monday to make sure it hasn't leaked. Okay, the last thing would be in the kitchen. Behind the refrigerator ice maker line, what we want to see, we'll have to insulate well behind that, being an outside wall. Once again, here's where we stubbed up on the inside when it's possible for the kitchen sink. And then this will end up getting a Studer vent because there's no reasonable way to vent that. And the last thing I should show you is what happens with venting. So as you can see on either end of the house, there is these vent pipes which let the sewer gas out and emit air so that traps don't gurgle and all of that. It goes up through the ceiling here. There's a 2-inch line coming out here. And at the other end of the house, there's a 2-inch line coming out there. So it's properly vented. Used to be code they had to have 1 3-inch line, but that's not the case anymore. But anyways, that is all there is for plumbing right now. The plumbing rough in, some things to look for.